Okay, so this is the answer for the review sheet for Unit 2.3.4, Exercise and Fitness. First question then is draw a reflex arc. So the first one we have is a stimulus. So for example, it could be heat. Put your hand on a hot stove or over a flame. In your skin then, if you put your hand on it, in your hand you are going to have receptor cells that are going to detect that heat from the flame or from the oven that you put your hand over. Then it's going to create an electrical impulse, which is sent along sensory neurons and then into relay neurons, which are found in the spinal cord. Then we're going to send a message back through motor neurons down to an effector. And an effector is either going to be a muscle or a gland. So in this case, it'll be a muscle, and it's going to force you to pull your arm away. Two properties of a reflex arc is that they're automatic. When you put your hand on something hot, you don't sit there and think, oh, my hand's really, really hot. I best pull it away before I hurt myself. Nope, you do it straight away without thinking. And that's why we have the reflex arc. It's automatic and it's protective. It's trying to protect us from harm. Labelling then parts of the body and the bones. So we've got our bone, we have our ligaments, we have our synovial fluid, which reduces friction and adds lubrication. We have cartilage then, and then we have our synovial membrane, which encloses our synovial fluid. Mike rides his motorcycle at a speed of 20 metres per second for a time of 500 seconds. How far did he travel? So distance equals speed times time. Distance equals 20 times 500. Distance is 10,000. I forgot my unit, which is metres. Then a spider was able to cover a distance of 0.5 metres in a time of 5 seconds. What was its speed? So speed equals distance divided by time. Speed equals 0.5 divided by 5, which the speed was 0.1 metres per second. Then we've got another joint we need to look at. So we've got our ligaments again. Then we've got our synovial membrane, which surrounds all of it, our fluid on the inside, and then our cartilage that's around the bone. Describe the differences between arteries, veins and capillaries. So arteries carry blood away from the heart, A and A. So arteries carry blood away, veins carry blood towards the heart, and capillaries for gas exchange. Label the heart then. So A is our vena cava, and we know the vena cava is a vein because it begins with a V. Then we've got our pulmonary artery is an artery. Okay, tells us in it we have our aorta. Our aorta is also an artery because it begins with A. D is our pulmonary vein, which we know is a vein because it tells us in the question it's a vein. And then the right atrium is E, because remember, right is left and left is right for the heart. Okay, it's the opposite. So F is our left atrium, G is our right ventricle, and H is our left ventricle. Describe the different types of fractures. We have a simple fracture, so the bone remains inside the body but it's broken. We have a green stick fracture, which is seen in children and is not a full break. Then we have compound fractures where the bone penetrates through the skin and the bone is actually sticking out of the body. And there are your answers for Unit 3.2.3.4.